Praise the Lord. Thank you. I praise God for this beautiful night that God here has given us. Once again, God has given this privilege to come together like this to study about the Christian ministry. Maybe it's after 1 month we are gathering like this for this subject. Sajisar was taking class for some reason, for some meeting he is not able to take today, this night. That's why. So in the last class, I think we have gone through the different patterns of ministry in the Bible. Patterns of ministry in the Bible. In that specialized ministries, then we look looked at specialized ministries of the church. Specialized ministries of the church. Under that topic, we studied about ministries within the church and all. We were looking on under that topic, ministries within the church. What are the ministries within the church? So that was simple, and we'll just go on to in a little explained way. And that is only those who are not in that class. Just I'm saying that the present church, what we are doing at now, about different ministry, we were discussing about that. About worship, Sunday school, and administration, stewardship, all those points were we were looking there. And for this class, we'll be mainly looking going through the topic ministry of the church in the world. Ministry of the church in the world. Ministry of the church in the world. As we know that the church is a group of people, group of called out people to do by commission to carry on the ministry of Jesus. The church is a group of called out people commissioned to carry on the ministry of Jesus. जो प्रभु यीशु मसीह संसार में इस पृथ्वी पे सॉरी जो सेवा किया है, उस सेवकाई को आगे ले चलने के लिए, ले जाने के लिए नियुक्त किया हुआ एक झुंड, एक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, कुछ लोगों का एक झुंड है, उसको हम बोलते वो ये कलीसिया, एक समूह है, वो उसको हम बोलते कलीसिया. हम ऑलरेडी हमने फर्स्ट क्लास में हम देखा था. तो जो वो दिस लोग इकट्ठा होते और जब एक हम इकट्ठा होकर इस सेवा में लगे रहते हैं. तो इट्स आवर duty that God has given to us. Okay, we know that to us. What is the church? The various ministries of the church have a great influence in the society. In the church, what is doing at presently, those ministries has the various influence in the society, which in the church which is existing. तो कलीसिया का जो समाज में जो कलीसिया है स्थापित हुए, उस जगहों में जो काम वो करते हैं, उसके द्वारा हम ज्यादा लोगों को प्रभावित करते, इन्फ्लुएंस कर सकते हैं, स्वाधीन लोगों से ज्यादा प्रभाव कर सकते, और उसके द्वारा और लोगों के जीवन में असर हो जाते. जो खाली the ministry, if we are doing the service within the church, only in the church, if you are doing, the people will not know what is happening there or what we are, and they will not understand what the love of Jesus. So, and that I'm not telling that if we should not do the ministry only in the church. We have to do ministry both in the church and outside the church in different ways. So it is not to showing the outside people what we are doing, what we are not, nothing like that. Our purpose is not to make the surrounding people to know what we are doing it here. Don't misunderstand like that. So we want to reveal the love of Jesus. We want to reveal the love of Jesus to the world. That is our purpose. If we are only involving within the, if we are only limiting within the church, then the surrounding people, the world will not know who Jesus is or what the love of Jesus. When we express it, when we come out from the church and when we go and involve with the people surrounding us, when we are, हम जो समाज में उतर कर जब हम सेवा करते रहे तो जरूर जो अन्य जाति लोग भी प्रभु यीशु का प्रेम को हमारे द्वारा जानेंगे. നമ്മുടെ ചർച്ചിനുള്ളിൽ തന്നെ ആ ചർച്ചിന്റെ 4 കെട്ടിനുള്ളിൽ ചെയ്യാവുന്ന മിനിസ്ട്രി ചെയ്ത് ഒരു പാസ്റ്റർ വെളിയിലോട്ട് പോകാതെ ആ ചർച്ചിലെ ആടുകളെ നോക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഇടയന്റെ ജോലി മാത്രം ചെയ്തു നിന്നാൽ ഒരിക്കലും നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ള മനുഷ്യർ ആൾക്കാർ കർത്താവിന്റെ സ്നേഹം അറിയുവാൻ ഇടയാകുകയില്ല. ഉപരിയായി നാം എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ഈ ചർച്ച് മിനിസ്ട്രിയുടെ കൂടെ തന്നെ മറ്റു സമൂഹവും കൂടി മനസ്സിലാകുന്ന രീതിയിൽ, കർത്താവിന്റെ സ്നേഹം അറിയുന്ന രീതിയിൽ നമ്മൾ ചില പ്രവൃത്തികൾ ചെയ്തെങ്കിലേ മറ്റുള്ളവരെ കൂടി, അന്യജാതിയിലുള്ള ആൾക്കാരെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കർത്താവിനെ അറിയാത്തവരെ കൂടി നമുക്ക് ക്രിസ്തുവിലേക്ക് ആകർഷിക്കുവാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. So that we can just look what are the things we can do it in the outside, in the church or in the world, what are the things we can do. Okay, उदाहरण के लिए ऐसे हम बता सकते हैं, जो means for example, church can involve in relief work. Church can involve in relief work. What are the things? What are the relief work, or how we can involve in the relief work? We just look into that. The relief. What do you mean by relief? Relief. इसका मतलब क्या है? The relief is an urgent provision of resource to reduce suffering resulting from a natural or human-made disaster. Relief माने आराम. थोड़ा कैसे आराम लेने के लिए, आराम पाने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं और कैसे वो कर सकते हैं. तो just I want to say that what is relief? It is an urgent provision of resources to reduce suffering resulting from a natural or human-made disaster. तो मनुष्य के द्वारा प्रकृति के से जो परेशानी आते हैं उससे थोड़ा आराम मिलने के लिए.
Please tell me that.
Okay. Relief is an urgent provision of relief is an urgent provision of resources to reduce suffering resulting from a natural or human-made disaster. Natural or human-made disaster. इसका मतलब स्वाभाविक रीति से या मनुष्य के कारण से हुआ नुकसान या परेशानी को पार करने के लिए जो भी मदद हम दे सकते हैं या उसको हम बोलते हैं relief या जो आराम, relief work. For example, we can see the present COVID. When we all know that what was the situation during the COVID. though people were so much disturbed. We know that many churches, many mission organizations opened their heart and they opened their hands, and they helped a lot to come out from such difficulties for those who are suffering people. Just they helped a lot, and many people they took that advantage, and through that we all many people got an opportunity to involve in such ministry. And such problems means difficulties like cyclones, flood, like many years back it happened, tsunami, and this many things like that. So this all will seriously affect the people, and not only the people, it is affecting the development of our country also. It is affecting the country's development process. Many financial weight is making very low. So we can, being a church, we can do help in such ministry, such situation. And the thing is that for a few years that we all know that our country is, in every year it is hitting by one or other major disaster. So many people are so much facing so much difficulties. So in such situation, we should not sit like people like blind. We should open our eyes whenever we get the opportunities. We have to involve in such ministries, such work, such relief. And another thing is, it is our responsibility to also. And when we look into the Bible also, we can see the such a situation when and how the people do help in such time. In Genesis 41 and 42, when we read that when the people were of the people in Egypt, they were facing the famine, though God brought Joseph for the for helping for the survival of the people in Egypt. But that story we know, how God raised Joseph and how he used for the survival of the people in Egypt. Okay, this the main thing is we have to we must see the people in of their need, but who are the needy people. We have to see and we have to find out the people, just to it's not to take take the counting or not. For that, after knowing the people, after finding out the people, we have to be ready for doing some help. We should have a heart to help and to give some support in that way. Whatever when we do, it's not for showing others that we did this much, we distributed that thing, that it's not showing for anyone. We don't want anything like that. We have to do it genuinely. How Jesus felt about when he found the needy people, and how he felt in his heart. Such feelings we should have, and we should be ready to help such people. Okay, yesterday also we heard about the mission work, and if you are if you are giving the report and all, many people will come to know about us. It's not our purpose to make the other people to know what we done. We want to show the love of Jesus, and if you're doing such genuine work, surely God will do work in the heart of the people. നാം എന്ത് ചെയ്താലും അത് മറ്റുള്ളവരെ കാണിക്കുവാൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കണക്ക് വെളിപ്പെടുത്തുവാനല്ല, മറിച്ച് കർത്താവ് എങ്ങനെ കഷ്ടതയിലായിരിക്കുന്നവരെ, ദുഃഖത്തിലായിരിക്കുന്നവരെ കണ്ടപ്പോൾ ആ ഫീലിങ്സ് എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, അതേ ഫീലിങ്സോടെ നമ്മൾ സമൂഹത്തിൽ ഇറങ്ങി പ്രവർത്തിച്ചാൽ തീർച്ചയായും ദൈവം അതിന്റെ പ്രവൃത്തി ജനങ്ങളുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ചെയ്യും. നമ്മളൊരു കണക്ക് വെളിപ്പെടുത്തുവാനായി ചെയ്യുവാൻ പോയാൽ ആ കണക്ക് മാത്രമേ മുന്നിൽ നിൽക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. ലോകം നമ്മളെ they will praise, other people will praise us, that person did such kind of ministry and a great ministry, we will get many praises. If you are നമ്മൾ അങ്ങനെയൊന്ന് നമ്മുടെ മറ്റു പ്രശംസ ആഗ്രഹിക്കാതെ നാം ആ ഹംബിൾ മൈൻഡിൽ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ തികച്ചും ദൈവത്തിന്റെ പ്രവൃത്തി അവിടെ കാണുവാനായിട്ട് ഇടയായിത്തീരും. Our aim is to glorify his name and for the expansion of the kingdom of God, and we want to win the people, we want to attract people to Jesus. We want to show his love through our each and every activity, our doings. So we should try for that. Yeah, that and the other thing we can see, okay, the provision of relief must be seen as a part of our total commitment to the community or nation. It should be our total commitment as a part of our ministry. Our work should be part of our total commitment to the community or nation. Okay, and in one thing it is showing that why we want to involve in such relief work. Why we want to involve in relief work, being a Christian, or as we are for the ministry, when we are in this field. Why we want to involve in such work? One thing is Bible tells us, because Bible tells us that God, and we already know in other classes also what was the Jesus mission, how he did the ministry, and we are copying our master Jesus. What he is a servant master. Our Jesus is a servant master. So about Bible tells us that God has a special concern for the poor. Bible tells that God has a special concern for people. So we also have to involve in such relief work. And when Jesus saw we already said that poor and weak and disturbed people, he was ready to, he helped and uplift the people. So in Psalms 146, we can see that Psalms 146 verse 6 to 9. Psalms 146, 6 to 9, when we read that, here we can see that when God made everything, means in heaven and earth, and what he has given to everyone. He has given what all things he created, he given to everyone. It's not for any particular people. So for the needy people, if anybody is ready to read, can you please read?
वह आकाश और पृथ्वी और समुद्र और उनमें जो कुछ है सबका करता है, और वह अपना वचन सदा के लिए पूरा करता रहेगा। वह पिसो हुओं का न्याय चुकाता है और भूखों को रोटी देता है। यहोवा बंधुओं को छुड़ाता है। यहोवा अंधों को आंखें देता है। यहोवा झुके हुओं को सीधा खड़ा करता है। यहोवा धर्मियों से प्रेम करता है। यहोवा परदेशियों की रक्षा करता है और अनाथों और विधवा को तो संभालता है, परंतु दुष्ट के मार्ग को टेढ़ा मेढ़ा करता है।
Okay, so it is clearly saying that God has a concern for every people. So we also have to show that concern to the people in struggles, in difficulties. And the other thing, we are called to care for and watch over each other. We are called to, the second thing is, we are called to care for and watch over each other. In Genesis 3, we can you can read it afterwards. You can find out that verse after that. In chapter 3, it is telling about that we are called to care for each and share, watch over each other. The another thing is the biblical teaching. The biblical teaching on the person and work of Christ also summons us to vigorous social concern. That is the another thing. It is a biblical teaching on the person and work of Christ, summons to vigorous social concern. When Jesus was involving in the ministry, he was involving in this the different social concerns. So in Matthew chapter 9, we can see this thing. Here we see Jesus when he was in the doing the ministry, he also did the same thing. It was Jesus, the total, what do you say? It is a social concern. യേശുവിന്റെ ഒരു പൊതുവായുള്ള ഒരു കരുതലായിരുന്നു എപ്പോഴും. He always cared about the people. So we as a church, we can also follow this models. We can also do the same thing. And the other thing is rehabilitation. And we can put, if you want, we can put it in same heading: relief and rehabilitation. 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 Rehabilitation means restoration to a former state or position. Restoration to a former position or state. जैसे पहले जैसे स्थिति में ला देना. जो पहले कैसा था वैसे को लाने के बारे में हिंदी में ऐसे बोलते, रिहैबिलिटेशन. रिस्टोरेशन जो है फॉर्मर स्टेट और या पोजीशन. Rehabilitation. Here we can see it is rehabilitation is the help and training given to a sick or handicapped person. It is given to help given to the handicapped or sick people. It is a help and training given to a sick or handicapped person to enable him to live a full life as his remaining remaining abilities and degrees of health will allow. That is the meaning of rehabilitation. It is a help and training given to a sick or handicapped person to enable him or her to live a full life as his remaining abilities and degree of health will allow. मीन्स उसका जो पीड़ित या बीमार लोग, हम जानते हैं कुछ एक्सीडेंट के बाद जो चल नहीं सकते, ऐसे लोगों को हम देखते हैं। तो फिर कुछ बीमारी की वजह से जो वो दिक्कत में रहने वाले लोग, या जो लोग ऐसे सुनने में दिक्कत होते, और क्या देखने में इसका जो लोग अंधे, ऐसे लोगों को मीन्स ऐसे अवस्था में छोड़ना नहीं, उन लोगों को हम अपलिफ्ट करना है। तो चर्च के तौर से, और वी कैन शो हिज लव, वी कैन शो हिज केयर थ्रू आवर लाइफ by giving some help to these people, so that they may live a full life which is remaining in their life. They may able to live their life peacefully. तो परेशान में रहने वाले लोगों को जो मदद हम दे सकते हैं, ऐसे देने के द्वारा वो परेशानी में हमेशा नहीं रहेंगे, उससे थोड़ा छुटकारा पाकर इनको जितना लाइफ रिमेनिंग है वो थोड़ा खुशी से और शांति से अपना जिंदगी जिएंगे। तो through by showing this thing, they will surely they will come, they will experience the care and love of Jesus. And the other thing is these people might be so much discouraged more when they face such difficulties, not only physically, more than the physical weakness, they are mentally, they are so much discouraged. So more than so we can give them yeah, by through our words, through sharing the word, we can encourage them, and we can give some spiritual guidance to help them to develop their spiritual and mentally, to encourage, we have to encourage them. They will be very weak in their spiritual and mental condition. So we have to understand them and support in such a way. And also we have to remember those people as family members. By seeing their the difficulties, the family members also will go through such a discouragement. So we have to or we must support the family members also. And we have to make them understand and the remaining life, how they can live in a meaningful way, how they can use it for the for the blessing through their life, how they can use their life for the blessing for others also. So हम ऐसे लोगों को और उत्साहित करना और प्रोत्साहित करना, क्या उनके जीवन ऐसे निराश में रहने के लिए नहीं, वो जो जीवन और बाकी है, जो जिंदगी परमेश्वर ने जो दिया है, वो खुशी से रहने के लिए वो उत्साहित करना, और उनका जो परेशानी दूसरों को भी एक आशीष का कारण कैसे हो सकते, ऐसे बनने के लिए, ऐसे होने के लिए इन लोगों को हम प्रोत्साहित कर सकते. Then we have to make them understand that to accept the fact what it is, what happened into their life. Not only the special the particular person, we have to make the family members also to accept the thing what it's happened. After facing such difficulties, if we expect from that particular person to act like how he was or he was before the things happen. So if you are the family members, if they are expecting such way, it will be very difficult. So we have to advise, or we have to to make them understand, both the victim and the family members, to understand the reality, to able to accept the fact. And not only that, the same way as we are the ministers of God and we are the member of the church, we can provide medical rehabilitation for such people. We can provide some medical rehabilitation also for their so we can open I am not telling everything we have to do. When if we get chance, if we get some opportunities, we must be ready to open some physically for challenged people. We can open some rehabilitation center. If we don't have means, if we know about such centers, we can guide them. We can give advice to go to the such places and make use of such opportunities. That is the one, help medical rehabilitation. And if you are really willing, I think God will open ways. If you find some such people, and if you have such a burden, with the real heart, if we pray, God will open us, help us to open such centers, and through that we can show the real love of Jesus. I wish many people may be ready to do such ministry. And if you get some chance, if you get some opportunities, don't leave such people, and you have to involve such ministries and help people through, so that the God's name be glorified. And we have to understand each and each the value of the soul. It's so एक आत्मा का मूल्य इस संसार से बढ़कर है. सो अगर हमारा एक एक्ट हमारा कुछ एक काम के द्वारा एक व्यक्ति परमेश्वर को जाने, परमेश्वर का, प्रभु यीशु का प्रेम को समझे, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. हम और ज्यादा कुछ करने से अच्छा है एक आत्मा हमारे काम के द्वारा बचाए. So we should always remember that these people are equal to us. They are all like us. Some they are facing some difficulties, but we should not forget such people. So that is the thing about the relief and rehabilitation. And next point we can see about the developmental vocational rehabilitation. Vocational rehabilitation. In this vocational rehabilitation, we can see it like that. Okay. We just had to recognize how the patient, how the person is during the patient's rehabilitation. It must be decided whether he or she will be able to go back to his previous job, or what he was. If he is able to go back, then it's okay. If is not, he or she is not able to go back to his previous job or what he was. So in such situation, we have to help the particular person to start something new, to involve in some new skills. We can help them to involve in some new skills. We can teach or to help them to involve such things. If he's unable to go, then only we need to do. Otherwise, we can we can help in another way. Okay, that is another thing. The same thing when we do the
Sister, repeat the things what you said now. What you said,
pardon?
just repeat. What you shared,
Vocational,
yeah, just repeat.
vocational rehabilitation. Vocational rehabilitation. During the patient's rehabilitation, it must be decided whether he or she will be able to go back to his or her previous job. We have to see whether he is able to go back to his previous job or not. If it is unable to go, if it is impossible, we may be taught new skills for more suitable jobs. How he can able to live, how he can continue his survive his life. So we just we have to teach a new skill so that he or she may survive his remaining life, so that they will not be a burden to other people. They will leave. Then when we do the relief and rehabilitation work, we must determine the need of the victims considering the three basic areas of human needs. When we do these things, we have to know the basic areas of the needs. That mainly the physical need, and the second is emotional and spiritual need. These three things we have to be careful. Their physical need, emotional need, and spiritual need. We have to consider the three basic areas of human needs. What all comes in physical needs? It may comes about their health and medical care, then their shelter, food and clothing. These all things come in their physical needs. You have to recognize, to know that how is our health. If we leaving the person alone, he may or she may get the medical care or what. So we have to be concerned about that. Also, the thing is that we should know that whether this person had enough food or cloth and had a place to live, whether he had shelter. All these things we have to be think about that. And the other thing is emotional need. Emotional need, that we can emotionally we can help the person. We can by our words, by our dealings, we can help them in a give them a self confidence. When the people will face some situation, they will lose their confidence. They will be going discouragement. They will lose their all the confidence. So we can, by encouraging, by our words, we can, by sharing the gospel or by spending time with them, we can give them self confidence and high moral feelings of solidarity. And we can show that, say that you are not alone, we are with you. We won't leave. We can give such a help in that person, and just give him a feeling of safe. Feeling of safe. Such a situation, when they people may go through some such situation, they will feel fear. They will we know that when the people may go on in such a, what to say, जो दूसरे लोग जो अगर कुछ पीड़ित लोग हैं ऐसे होते, वो ऐसे दूसरे लोगों को देखना नहीं चाहते. वो हमेशा ऐसे डर के साथ एक या इंफीरियरिटी फीलिंग्स के साथ हमेशा अंदर ही अंदर रहना चाहते. ऐसे लोगों को हम क्या गो इनके क्या एक सुरक्षा हमारे तौर से आपको और कुछ नहीं होंगे, ऐसे कुछ वर्ड्स हमें कुछ can give them a feeling of safety, and we can give, we can our deeds, our words, they may feel love, where we can give that feeling of love. They when they go through such situation, they will feel that nobody is loving me, nobody is caring. So we can show that the love of Jesus, and through our words they will feel that we are loving, we are caring, by spending time with us. If they spend, they should think, they should feel such uh, what to say, they have to feel like that. If they spend some time with us, they will get some love, they will get some care, some such confidence, such feelings they should get. We have to provide their emotional needs. And the other thing is spiritual needs, that we already know the spiritual needs. We can spiritual needs, that is faith, hope, courage, and peace and all. The how we'll get all these things, we get from God only, by reading the Bible, by spending time in prayer, when we meditate the word of God, and when we spend time with the people of God, they will get such a peace, such courage, and they should feel that we have a hope. We get peace in God. So such a spiritual needs, we have to provide the spiritual. We have to consider all these things, areas of the life. And as a members of Christ, it is our responsibility to take care of all such people, like such a differently abled people. Sometimes we won't think that they are like us. Even it's this. Sometimes it was my experience also. When before coming to the north, I used to think that when the people, those who are really poor, where they are not even neatly dressed, or they are not speaking the, means I grown up and everything, I studied my studies and everything had in only in Kerala. So I never, means I never experienced the lot of, I never find some many people like that, means the people were in different languages and all. When I go to the seminary, I felt met like that. But before, when I was small, I was thinking the people, those are not speaking our language, they are not people. They are. I never even considered that they are like us. Sometimes I used to think even their soul has no value. That was my small age. I was thinking. When I came out from the Kerala, when I came out for the ministry, I recognized what was my that hard thinking I had. So when we feel we can find out different kinds of people, different types of people. They all are equal, even if they are poor or rich, or if they are healthy or unhealthy, or they are whatever it is, they are educated or uneducated. They all are equal. We all people, human beings are equal. We all have a soul, and we have a spirit. एक आत्मा है, वो इस संसार से, इस दुनिया से बढ़कर कीमती है. So we have to consider all these people, and we should feel, when we see these people, we should have a burden for winning those people. We should, if we are in the present situation, we cannot share the gospel to all these people openly. But when we get the opportunity, we can indirectly or indirectly, we can share his love. And more than that, we can we can pray for those people. When we that only we can do it. Means I'm not saying not only, but in open way we cannot even, because all people will, used to watch us what we are. When we go through such people, when we approach such people, the other people always look at. If you are not uh, uh, seeing, or if you are not caring, nobody will care. If somebody is going and talking to them, all other people will watch us and they will start talking or doing something like that. But in such situation we can we can at least pray for those people. God may heal them, or God may save such people. We can pray for those people. And that is the vocational rehabilitation. And we have to, okay, to concern these people as a human beings, like same like us. Okay, and as a church, we should also forward to give them a better life, to win them to the kingdom of Christ. We can involve in such situation, in such ministries. And the other thing is, we have to always recognize that the church is not only to preach the gospel, just to not only to just to preach the gospel alone, or to do all the activities in church. It's not that only that. We are supposed to practice the love of God by stretching out our hands to the needy people, and poor and downtrodden people, and the careless people. We have to stretch our hands always just to recognize and practice the love of God by doing all these activities. Okay, these are the things we have to remember, keep in our mind, and do practice. It is a little difficult, but we can pray God to give us grace so that God may help us. And the thing is, I think I am taking more time for these points. Okay, the another thing, such as we can do some developmental ministry. Developmental ministry. In that, I'm not going explaining more. It's just one sentence. I will explain it. In developmental ministry, we seek help to help individuals or families and communities by giving, or providing opportunities to to work, or to providing some tools and something like that, for the development of the people, for their to develop their life, the life situation. We can provide them such some what to say, it's like such some tools and all, like skills and knowledge, so that they care about themselves. When you provide such things, they will be able to work for themselves, and they will to develop their they will come up by themselves. Offering better agricultural seeds and tools, and digging wells. When there is no source for water, we can, as a church, we can help to dig a well, so that they will get the water and for their agricultural work, and that will be that way great blessing for those people. And providing some loans, or so that to open there some business, like that. By understanding the people upon the needs, we can stretch out hands to help those people. These are some development to develop the people. This is that. Okay, And the other thing, it is clear. I don't want to explain it do more. Another thing we can see to justice and peace, justice and peace initiatives. Before entering into that, just I want to say, when we look the vocational rehabilitation, the relief and rehabilitation, we can see one example that when Jesus was when we can see that example, the story of Good Samaritan. That is also one example. That rehabilitation, when the person met accident, is taken care of, and when he admitted in the inn, and that story we know, that is a one example. So I'm not going that. So just we'll look the justice and peace initiatives. Justice and peace is the basic foundation on which society can be built up. Each society, it can be built up on the basis of the foundation on the justice and peace. Justice and peace is the basic foundation on which society can be built up. It denotes maintaining the right of each individual. It denotes maintaining the right of each individual. For that, we can see that the Hebrew word, it is for justice, mispat, M-I-S-P-A-T. It is a Hebrew word for justice. That is that that denotes that the maintaining the rights of each individual. Mispat denotes maintaining the right of each individual. That is the justice that we already know that meaning. The other thing, the peace, the Hebrew word, we found that for peace, it is shalom. Shalom is the Hebrew word for the peace. So justice and peace, we can in every areas of our life and the situation, we have to follow this thing. In the scripture also, we can see that God is a about the scripture portrays a God who is so much concerned about the justice and wholeness of each person. Scripture portrays a God who is so much concerned about the justice and wholeness of each person. That I said, in every areas we see the justice and peace. In Old Testament, we know that the even in the sabbatical year, we can see just we are showing the justice to the land. If we are doing the agriculture in all through the in continuous years, and it is causing the problems in the land also. So after 6 years, when we do the agriculture, then 1 year we have to leave it freely. So without doing, we have to leave it. And there we are showing some justice to the land also. Sorry. So we are called to show the justice to each and every people every time. And the thing is that the time to time God raised many prophets and to warn against the people when they were going, when they're doing some injustice. God raised many prophets to warn against injustice. To in some in previous classes we all looked at God raised prophets and kings, like people, to warn against the sin, one to their justice, injustice and all. They had to obey without fear. They used to give guidance with, they used to correct the people. And in the New Testament also, we can see that in the New Testament, the mission of Jesus starts with the Nazareth Manifesto. Jesus starts his ministry with the Nazareth Manifesto, proclaiming the good news to the earth, restoration of human rights and peace to the humanity. That is also a mission of Jesus. The life of Jesus, life and message clearly indicate his strong leaning to the poor, oppressed and marginalized people. Always Jesus' message and his teachings, it indicate his strong leaning on the poor and oppressed and the marginalized people. He never left such people. He always concerned about those people. Jesus' mission was the restoration of justice and peace in the community. Restoration of justice and peace in the community. That was the main mission of Jesus. Restoration, Punasthaban. In Malayalam it says, യഥാസ്ഥാനപ്പെടുത്തുക. When പഴയ അവസ്ഥയിലേക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ബെറ്ററായ രീതിയിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരിക എന്നുള്ളതായിരുന്നു കർത്താവിന്റെ മിനിസ്ട്രിയുടെ ഏറ്റവും മെയിൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ലക്ഷ്യം. വാസ് ഹിസ് മെയിൻ കൺസെപ്റ്റ്. Okay. And just one more point, we can see that here it is. Then the church to the world, the ministry of the church to the world, that is organization, community organization and relationship with other organization. Community organization and relationship with the other organization. As we know that organizations are a dominant component of contemporary society. If we have some organization, we can easily involve, we can influence people. We can able to keep a good relationship with the other people. That for example, it is like that we can for the development of the society, we can start some school or doing opening orphanages, old age home, such all those things help to involve to the other people also. We can involve to influence the society also while doing all this organization. When we doing some work with the related organization, this can approach we can influence the people also. When we do all these things, we have to keep in mind that we should have a unity. Each means that is that each organization has its own plans and politics, but we should not break the relationship. We should always keep the good relationship with the organization, among all these organizations. We Christians, we have to always remember that when we stand in unity, only we can win the people. And the thing is that when the Satan know that thing is allowing the people, the ministers to come together, they will do something and will do some good things. By understanding that Satan, what will do if 10 ministers are there in one place, he will do some conflict among the servants of God, and they will never come together. They will not stand in unity. So that the nothing will, means the good work will not happen. So always Satan will do work in the life of the ministers when they are in which the place where they are. And if the servants are coming together and they will plan something for the expansion of the kingdom, and they will do some more ministries. So by understanding that, always it put some dispute, conflict between the servants of God. So we people have to, we servants of God have to understand and recognize such situation, and to be careful for to keep the unity among the ministry with the people. Okay, that is the thing about the relationship between the organizations. And program, and the last thing is the program for mission and evangelism. The church should be always involved in the mission and evangelism, program for mission and evangelism. And the church should always recognize that it is the prime task of the church. We have to always recognize it is the prime task. But the sometimes it is many time like that, church will involve in a lot of social work. They will forget to share the gospel. It should not happen. We should always remember that our priority to doing the social work and all, that is good, but through that we have to give priority to share the love of God. Have to always remember that. Because we know that through our good deeds, our activities, we want, it is possible to bring the, it is we can show the love, but we can't do, only the gospel can work in the heart of the people. So we have to always remember, and we use the good opportunities to share the gospel. Okay, because that is our command, to the great command. We have to preach the gospel, क्योंकि आसमान के नीचे उद्धार पाने के लिए और कोई दूसरा रास्ता नहीं है, ओनली थ्रू सिर्फ यीशु का नाम है, और किसी के द्वारा हम उद्धार नहीं पाते, केवल यीशु के नाम से हम उद्धार पाते. So we have to say, we have to preach those good news to the people. That only will change the heart of the people. Okay, so these are the some main points that the church can involve in the church ministry in the world. So it's our time is little now it's 10:40.